guys, welcome to the channel, and today I have for you a build that I started when Realm of Magic came out. So it's been a little bit. I probably had about 4 hours of footage for this build. I just kind of worked on it slowly as I had time over a span of like 2 weeks or so. So it is a little bit more decorated, I guess you could say, than I would have normally done. But I was excited to use some of the debug walls that came in the patch a while ago. There's some really neat walls in there, so if you ever are looking for something specific, definitely check that out. There's a creator on the gallery that has rooms of all the debug objects, so if you're ever like not wanting to go through all the debug objects, you can just go on there and search for like hashtag show live edit objects or debug objects or debug, and you can find different rooms of debug objects in there. So you can just put the room on the lot and just, you know, pick what you need. But unfortunately, with the debug items, you can't eyedrop them, so you have to keep bringing a room onto the lot to get the items you need. Like if you had multiple ones, some people on the gallery actually will copy multiple walls if it's a wall on the lot, so that's helpful. But yeah, that's one of the only things that I would want to change about the whole debug patch, because it's really cool that we get those, but at the same time it's really hard to work with if you need multiples of the same object. So yeah, but it's not, you know, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, this house is Creekside Corner, and I believe Grace and Tomax live here, but I decided to move out Tomax to live in one of the other lots in Glimmerbrook. I thought that maybe this house belongs to Grace, maybe it belonged to her family and she kind of inherited it. I imagine Grace as being an herbologist and maybe a green witch of sorts. She's a acolyte, and she isn't like too far into her arcane studies, but I don't know, I really liked her character, so I tried to keep her character in mind. I even looked at her spell book just to see like what she was into, and that's why I decided to go with like a green witch vibe. And this house is based on a storybook style, and yeah, so I was really excited about this. The roofs were very difficult. I spent a lot of my time on the exterior and the greenhouse, which you'll be able to tell throughout the video. A lot of the video is those two things. I also had a hard time on the interior when it came to the stairs, because I really wanted to have like a wrap around kind of L-shaped stair, but unfortunately there wasn't like enough room inside to do something like that, so I just ended up making a straight stair and a little nook for her wand and some other things, maybe components or something like that. So for the outside, I really wanted it to have a warm feel, inviting, because I feel like Grace is that kind of person, you know, like she will bake you cookies when you come over, she'll offer you like hot tea, just a very warm, loving person, a very good witch. But yeah, I'm really excited to finally post this, because it's been sitting in my world save for a very long time. And the other build that I had for Realm of Magic was the bar, which was like an old ranger station that was converted into a bar. So yeah, I built one of those. That's on the gallery, and hopefully I'll be able to put a video of that up as well. Yeah, so I'm just adding some greenery and some outdoor embellishments and details to the outside. I really wanted it to look old and homey. So yeah, but yeah, here is the walls from Debug. That is a room on the gallery. Something that I thought was interesting, and I think I'll show it later, you can actually take fencing. I use this one from City Living, and I really love the little iron detail on top of that fence, but I didn't really like the bottom part of it, so I just kind of hid it inside of these Debug walls, and I really love the detail that it added to the small fence. So yeah, that's something you can definitely do. It takes a little bit of finagling because it's kind of sensitive and it'll move, and it doesn't fit absolutely perfectly because you can see the tiles from the fence on the inside, I think, but you can't really see the inside of the fence anyway, so I wasn't too bothered by it. I love the doors that came with Realm of Magic. They're so beautiful, and I really want stained glass on other things. What I would really love to see is an expanded window set or door set, maybe, of the stained glass from this pack. I think that would be really nice, especially for churches or something like that. So now I'm working on the greenhouse, and I had a little bit of trouble with the greenhouse at first because I was trying to make it look like it was part of the house, but still make it look like it was a greenhouse. So I ended up, using the same brick as the rest of the house, and then I changed the windows to more of a gray. So I thought that looked really nice. And then I changed the some of the woods and the counters in here to be darker because I like it, I just wanted to look a little older. Since she's a herbologist plant witch, I really wanted her greenhouse to be as cluttered and beautiful and as flowery as possible. This is where she gets all of her plants for her potions and for different spells maybe, so I think she would spend a ton of time here, so I really wanted to make it feel cozy and useful. So this is probably the most decorated room in the house besides the spell room that's upstairs. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably saw this room. I posted a screenshot of it a while back, and the lighting in here is just so beautiful. I would, if it was me, I would spend all my time in here too, I think. I wasn't 100% happy with the table underneath the window like that, and I thought it would be kind of nice to have the table more in the middle of the room to act as like a work table. So I really like that idea. And then I put some mushrooms, some magical plants in one, and then maybe some regular plants in the other, just so she has some variety. And if you download this lot and you just want to, use them for their intended purposes instead of decorative, you can just take those out and plant as you would normally. I thought it would be cool to include a familiar object on the counter here because maybe she needs a little extra help, doing her herbology or growing. So I thought it would be kind of neat to include the familiar there. I forget which one I chose. I don't remember if it was because of the type of familiar, or if I just like the color. But yeah, so now we're going upstairs to the spell room. I actually had to decide what the layout was going to be based on the cauldron. To be honest, I really like the cauldron object, but it's so big. I would have liked to have a small cauldron that could go on a countertop or something like that. I know you can, you know, make it small and with the cheat, but I don't think it would be usable like that. So I wish there was a small version of it. So I basically had to create this whole room around the cauldron so it would be usable and fit and make sense. So yeah, but unfortunately we don't have a small one. Well, I could have used, I guess, the one from Spooky Day as decoration, I guess, but there wasn't really a whole lot of room to put anything else in this particular room, so that's okay. And I'm just making the desk and the study area for her. I really love this desk. I don't think it's usable for any other sim other than like a witch or a wizard, which is kind of, you know, disappointing. Maybe they could have done one without the glowy thing and one with, but that's okay. This is one of my favorite parts of the spell room, adding the fairy lights and all the potion bottles. So I think it's really magical. This is where I was trying out the L-shaped stairs. It worked for a little while, but when I was trying to put furniture and stuff next to it, there wasn't a lot of room. So I ended up just changing the stairs, like I said before. This is her bedroom. It's very, very, very simple. I don't think she really spends a lot of time in her bedroom because she loves the outdoors. So I just kind of put the necessities in her bedroom. It's not very big either, so I imagine, you know, she's either studying, either in her greenhouse, going for walks along the creek, and then she just kind of comes in here to sleep, essentially. But yeah, I don't think she really spends too much time in here otherwise. So this little area is actually a dream of mine to have. I would love this. It's like a little reading nook. I wasn't sure what to do with this space otherwise because it's not a very big space and I don't think it's 100% functional. I didn't really test it out, but I thought it'd be so cute to have a little reading nook in front of this window, and I sized down a bookshelf and put it here too. So it's just a cozy little reading nook for her, and I would love to have this. Coming downstairs, this is a little seating area where she can kind of curl up next to the fireplace and read a book or study or just sip some hot tea and relax by the window. I really like this rug too, and I think it fit pretty well here in this room. And now I'm starting on the kitchen. The kitchen isn't really too special. I think that it's a little more modern looking than the rest of the house, so I imagine as time went on she maybe renovated the kitchen to be more modern and usable or user-friendly to her to cook and to make remedies and things like that she can't make in other places. So yeah, that's the kitchen. For those of you guys who have Realm of Magic, what's your favorite thing from Realm of Magic? I haven't really played too much of the actual gameplay, so I can't really speak on that other than, I don't know, I wish kids were able to have magic. I know that they can have like a lineage or a generational thing, but, you know, I don't know. I wish there was more things for kids. They did try, I think, more than other packs that have come out recently, but that's I guess my thoughts on it. And I'm excited for university. I'm still a little, I don't know, waiting to see what it actually has, but for what it is, I think it's a pretty good pack so far. We'll see. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this build. I'm just going to be finishing out the kitchen, and I think that And then the living room I did off camera because I had already had a ton of footage, and I was like, I'm just gonna finish this and not worry about it. But I will have a photo coming up here shortly of what the living area looks like. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye.